The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of the Hometown Football League. Big Pauly coming to you for our 34th game of the regular season, and this is a big one. It's going to be San Francisco traveling to Allegiant Stadium in Sin City and Las Vegas to take on the Ironmen, a combination of the Raiders who played in Las Vegas in 2020 and some scraps from the other teams that didn't make their 100-man roster. So we will get to it. Las Vegas, surprisingly, came into Week 7 with one loss, and so did San Francisco. We have three teams left that have only lost once. Minneapolis, who we saw earlier this week, beat Detroit. San Francisco and Vegas, so one of the ones is going to be a two, unless we have a tie, which we don't even want to think about, in this game. San Francisco, the defending champions, 4-point underdogs, and you kind of wonder if that'll be a little bit of oomph for the Gold Raiders as they come to Vegas to play the Ironmen. We will set the roster. Of course, they're indoors at Allegiant Stadium in beautiful Las Vegas. What could you call Vegas other than beautiful? Steve Young against Derek Carr, that is your quarterbacking matchup. We have Houston Antwine and Schwartz of the Ironmen with 3 sacks each. We have 4 players on San Francisco with 3 sacks apiece. And Young has the better rating right now, 94.7, and Carr is in the 83s. Coin toss goes to Vegas. They will defer. I use the Raider colors and helmet for them. Even though they are not the Raiders, they are the Ironmen. Abe Woodson back deep along with Washington and Robertson. And we are about to get the 34th game of the regular season out of 90 started. So we will be at this well into the spring and perhaps into the summer. We have 11 more weeks of the regular season after this, plus a 4-week playoff, which we'll get into when we get closer to the end of the regular season. Your starting lineup for San Francisco, Gore and McElhenney are your running backs. Gore is a 5 receiver, McElhenney a 4. Wilson is a 9, Parks is a 7. Those are your wideouts. George Kittle is a 7. He plays tight end. Young's your quarterback out of Brigham Young. And what an offensive line San Francisco has, a combination of the 49ers and Raiders. Shell a 9, Upshaw a 10, Otto is a 10, Cross is a 9, and Bob St. Clair is a 9. And we'll give you the Vegas defense after this first play, unless it's a score. And off we go. Young looking to throw. It's picked off. Goldson
is under review.
Picked it at the 40. A replay coming.
Ruling on the field stands.
A replay
Interception.
challenge. A replay. Actually, it's not a challenge. It was looked at by the booth. On turnovers and scores, the booth looks at the replay. So we'll get to the Vegas defense the next time San Francisco has the ball. Garner and Colmer are your running backs. Garner is an 8. Good receiver out of the backfield. Colmer a 3. Mickey Colmer. 2 New Yorkers at the wideout positions, Lavernius Coles at the Jets and Victor Cruz at the Giants, a 9 and a 7. Vernon Davis, a 6. At tight end, Derek Carr is your quarterback. Bruiser Kennard, who was just playing defense, plays left tackle. He's a 10 blocker. Rasmussen is a 7. Oates is an 8. Moore is a 7. Barton is an 8. And that's your offensive line for Vegas. Inside run with Garner. We'll just make it a random inside run. And Garner, the former he wasn't in the game. He was a 49er, but I kind of recall him playing for the Eagles at one point, and we were talking about this the last time We played as Vegas. I control Vegas. The computer controls San Francisco. A 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Brown, Willie Brown making the tackle for Vegas. We bring a third wide receiver in who is Emmanuel Sanders. We'll go to the short cross to him on 2nd and 4. Incomplete, a mistimed throw there by Carr. To set up 3rd and 4, we'll go Vernon Davis on the slant. We are in field goal range. That is an incomplete pass looking for Victor Cruz. Tucker, of course, from Baltimore, who hit the 66-yarder. I always bring that up when I do Vegas games. He hit the 66-yarder this season. He should be able to hit this from 51. 58% chance, but it's no good. So let's give you the defense for Vegas. Eisenhower, Schwartz, Kennard, and Antwine, an 8, a 7, a 10, and an 8. I don't think I ever gave you the San Francisco defense, but we'll do that the next time Vegas has the ball. Harvey, Bonacani, and Addison, an 8, a 9, and an 8. That is Nick Bonacani, the inside linebacker, in because he was in the game as a Boston Patriot, and when we picked the New England Patriots, we only picked New England Patriots, those from 71 onwards, so Las Vegas had that pool to work from. Ashamuga, Williamson, McDonald, and Goldson. 9-8 defenders, and that is your defensive backfield for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 41. The give is to Hugh McElhenney. Great star for the 49ers in the 50s, tackled by Addison for no gain. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 41-yard line. It's Young looking to throw. As I open up my water, it is complete to Parks. That is a gain of 11. The tackle by Fred, the Hammer, Williamson. We'll show you Dave Parks out of Texas Tech. 1st and 10 at the 44. I like to show off the players that aren't household names. Here's Gore. Frank Gore gets a first down on first down. He picks up 11, and it's 1st and 10 at the 37. Give to Gore again. A 2-yard gain. Schwartz making the tackle for Las Vegas. He's out of California. He can also play tight end and wide receiver. He's on the 42 of Brooklyn Dodgers, so they are part of the Las Vegas pool to draw upon. 2nd and 8 at the 35, as is Bruiser Kennard. He also played for Brooklyn. Young scrambles, and he scrambles well. That's a pickup of 24 yards down to the 11 before Asamuga gets to him. And it's 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. 10:34 left, opening quarter. And that's a throw incomplete. Oh, it looked like Wilson had that, but he bobbled the ball, couldn't hang on to it. And San Francisco has to go fishing again. 2nd and 10 at the 11. The give is to Gore. A draw play up the middle. Gain of 5 yards before Nick Bonaconti gets to him. Was the longtime host of Inside the NFL on HBO before it went to CBS Paramount Plus family. 3rd and 5 at the 6 along with Lenny Dawson. 3rd and 5 at the 6. The throw incomplete. Looking for Kittle in the end zone, but not finding him. Sebastian Janikowski will try a field goal of 23 yards, which is good, and the Gold Raiders take a 3-0 lead over the Ironmen with 8:49 to go. The play was a relatively quick. The drive was a relatively quick one. 9 plays, 53 yards in 4:47. Gafford, Guerin, and Davis are your deep men for Vegas, and it's taken by Gafford just in front of the goal line. He moves out to the 30, a pickup of 29. Now, let's give you the San Francisco defense, and looking at their lineup, yes, I did indeed forget to give you their lineup. Haley is a 10-plus defensive end. Hardman is an 8. Leo Namalini, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, along with Dana Stubblefield, those are your defensive tackles. They are each 9. Haley's a 10+. Hardman is an 8. Mack, Willis, and Wilcox, a 10, a 10, and a 9. Those are your linebackers. Brown and Johnson, a 10 and a 9. That's Willie Brown and Jimmy Johnson. Lott and Grayson. Ronnie Lott is a 10. So you got a very stacked defensive lineup for San Francisco. No wonder why they won the championship last year over Baltimore. A trap to the right side for Garner, 1st and 10, and he is stood up at the line by Wilcox. No, not Patrick Willis. I wanted to profile Wilcox. You got to be really precise when you click on these lineups. You see him there out of the University of Oregon. 4 tackles in their last game against San Diego and the Superchargers. No, we don't call them that in the HTFL, but that song sticks in my mind from time to time. We'll go medium fly to Cruz, and this should work with the Gold Raiders playing short tight, and it does. That's a first down. A pick up a 12. Tackled by Jimmy Johnson, who was a great defensive back for the 49ers back around the time of the merger, 1970. So now we'll go back to double tight, not double tight, but a base formation. Give it to Mickey Colmer on a dive. And Colmer picking up 2. We featured him last year on the Ironmen team. He's out of Miramonte Junior College, and he has rushed 47 times for 185 coming into the game. Has caught 14 passes for 87 yards. I'm sorry, for 80 yards. I think that's correct anyway. And it's 2nd and 8 at the 44. We'll give it to Sanders, medium fly route. To that 2nd and 8. He's got it. A pickup of 13. And that makes it 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 48. Second trip into the plus side of the field for Vegas after the turnover on the first play. Off tackle right to Gardner, former San Francisco 49er, playing against some of his mates. 3-yard gain, and Wilcox making the stop. 2nd and 7 at the 40. We'll go double tight and give it to Gardner on a pitch to the right side on 2nd and 7. See if Vegas can do some blocking. And Gardner gets the first down. He's past the 30 to the 26. A gain of 14 yards. 1st and 10 now at the 26 for Vegas. And I'm going to try to go for the bundle here. We're going to go Davis on a long pass to tight end 85. Incomplete. The pass was intended for Cruz, so it's incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10. How about Gardner? Sweep to the right side. No need to audible because we don't know what San Francisco's defense is doing. That's a gain of 6. Gardner, 5 carries and 29 yards here in the first quarter with 3:59 left. 9th play of the drive coming for Vegas. We'll go Vernon Davis on a short cross. That is complete to Emmanuel Sanders, a gain of 5 and a first down. So move the chains and keep the ball moving for Vegas. We'll go Colmer, off tackle, left side. And he will pick up yardage. 3, Willis on the tackle at the 12. A brutal hit by Willis. And that's going to set up a 2nd and 7 at the Gold Raider 12-yard line down to 2:31. And this will be play number 11 of the drive. And Vegas has to call a good play here. Passing routes aren't going to be as open this close to the goal line at the 12. We'll go off tackle right to Gardner. And Gardner picking up 7 yards. It looked for a moment like San Francisco recovered a fumble. Grayson forcing a fumble, recovered by a lot, but they're saying that the whistle had blown, no fumble. It's 1st and goal, Vegas at the 5. We'll go Gardner again, dive play. Try to inch a little closer. He loses a yard, and in comes Delvin Williams from Miami. Number 24. 2nd and goal at the 6. And can Williams find the goal line? Well, it's not looking all that brilliant. Thomas is in as the second tight end, Aaron Thomas, but the odds of throwing to him aren't all that good. What do we do? Thinking it over. And we'll go Colmer off tackle right side, the fullback. And he bounces off of the defender and is tackled by Hardman at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. Triple tight end formation. So Bob Schnelker comes in. Jim Nance has entered the game. Hello, friends. No, not that Jim Nance, but Jim Nance, who I learned reading Jack Briscoe's book. I'm currently reading it, that he was also a collegiate wrestler out of Syracuse. Contended for a couple of NCAA titles. I think he won one. Off tackle right side, Nance on 3rd and goal for triple tight ends. But we reached the end of quarter number 1 with the Gold Raiders leading 3-0. The Gold Raiders had 9 plays, 53 yards. Vegas 16 for 72. So a little bit of a pickle here. What do you do if you are Vegas? No options are good against this defense. Okay, we'll go sweep to the right side with Garner. 3rd and goal from the 4. Garner back in, and he finds Pater. Touchdown, Ironmen. Charlie Garner punches it in from 4 yards out, and Vegas takes the lead 6-3. Your point after. Good by Tucker, but just barely. No, I'm sorry, it was not Tucker. It was Gino Capoletti. He kicks the extra points for Vegas, and Tucker kicks the field goals. So your score is 7-3 with 14:51 left until halftime. And the kick is a touchback, and it's 1st and 10 for Frisco at their 20. We'll see what they can do on this drive. Quick throw to Gore, and Gore picks up a quick 12 yards. Harvey on the tackle for Vegas. And let's profile him a moment. That's Ken Harvey, who played for Phoenix. Again, the Arizona Cardinals HTFL team only picks up Arizona Cardinals, so Phoenix Cardinals can be picked by Vegas, and they, in Harvey's instance, they did. A 1st and 10 at the 32. It's a throw for Young to Parks. A gain of 8. Fred the Hammer Williamson making the tackle. We have talked about him in previous episodes. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 at the 40. And he being Young throws to Parks again. Gain of 11, and Williamson again on the tackle. Fred the Hammer Williamson was also in a movie called MASH, which became a famous CBS TV show. And I think outside of the Super Bowls, it was the most watched TV show in history. The final episode, Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. 1st and 10 at the 49 of Vegas. And Young throwing again. That was deflected by Asamuga. Incomplete. Young starting out 4 for 8, 42 yards, 1 interception on the very first play from scrimmage in the game. 2nd and 10 at the Vegas 49. The give is to Gore. Gore will pick up 5 yards. Addison on the tackle. And it is 3rd and 5 now for the Gold Raiders at the 44. This combination of 49ers and Raiders. That's a screen pass to McElhenney. That was kind of at a weird angle. Bonacani tackles him before he could get to the 1st down marker. And Frisco will punt. A 4th and 3 at the 42. We will watch for a fake. And the punt will go into the end zone by Ray Guy. Hall of Fame punter. Could not angle it enough for the ball to be coffin cornered. 1st and 10 for Las Vegas. Garner's still a little winded from that last drive that took 14 plays and 70 yards and 8:47 off of the clock. So we'll go Colmer on a dive on 1st down. We'll probably do some throwing here. No gain, stuffed by Hardman. Cedric Hardman out of North Texas University. It's 2nd and 10 now at the 20-yard line still. We'll go Cruz. We had a big game last week, medium fly. The throw, incomplete. Cruz wanting pass interference and is accosting the officiating crew. Has to be restrained by his teammates so he doesn't pick up a 15-yarder. And it's 3rd and 10 now. We'll bring a 4th wide in. That is Santonio Holmes, hero of Super Bowl 43. Medium fly route to him. San Francisco playing the dime. 6 defensive backs. They go underneath to Garner. He picks up 3, but Vegas will have to punt. They bring in Babe Parilli, and I have mentioned in previous episodes he was a Boston Patriot, a frequent understudy for Joe Namath later on when he played for the Jets, and Taylor with the fair catch. Punt going 40 yards, and it's 1st and 10 at the 37. We're down to 9:27 left until halftime. The Ironmen leading the Gold Raiders 7-3, and Young looking to throw, couldn't find 85, who was George Kittle, deflected by Goldson. And it's 2nd and 10 at the 37 with 9:19 left now until the half. Another deflection. Schwartz has been injured, deflected by Bonacani. So that's a change on the defensive line of Vegas. Carter will come in, Andre Carter out of Cal. That's going to set up a 3rd and 10 at the 37. Young is now 5 for 11. This Vegas defense giving no quarter. That's a completion to Wilson. Asamuga forcing him out of bounds. A gain of 11. That is enough for a first down for San Francisco. 9:02 left. 1st and 10 at the 48 of Frisco. And crossing the 50 was Gore McDonald from the Cardinals on the tackle. Asamuga will not return. So Griffin is going to come in to replace him, Don Griffin, another 49er out of the University of Middle Tennessee State. 2nd and 7 at the 49. So you see a lot of San Francisco, New York players, Chicago players on this team, Brooklyn players. 2nd and 7 at the 49. Kind of a melting pot of the NFL. That is a screen to Gore, picking up 4. Harvey again on the tackle for Vegas. 3rd and 3 now at the 45 of Vegas. Young throws a quick throw to Gore. 9-yard gain and a first down. So Young now up past 500. Throwing the ball 8 for 14, 68 yards. And Carr has started 4 for 8. So you got 2 good defenses in the game. A 1st and 10 at the 36. A marker before the play. And I need some water.
Start. Offense. Number 8. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So the old false start on the quarterback play is called against Steve Young. And it's going to be 1st and 15 at the 41. We have 6:44 left to go. And Young scrambles. And he's good at that. An 8-yard gain before Harvey got to him. Now it's 2nd and 7 at the Vegas 33. And Young throwing and finding number 84, Wilson. A gain of 16 yards. Wilson comes into the game with 22 catches, 299 yards. He's now at 2 for 27 today. So he's now 24 and 326. He has 4 touchdowns to his credit. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 17. San Francisco with a touchdown will take the lead. Gore, 15, 10, 5. Inside the 5 to the 2. A pickup of 15 yards. Gore is at 6 carries, 41 yards, 3 catches for 25. 1st-and-goal at the 2. Vegas has to watch for anything here. McElhenney will do the honors. Touchdown, Gold Raiders, and they take the lead at 9-7 with the point after by Janikowski. Good. 10-7. We have 4:12 now left, opening half. Gafford back deep for Vegas. Takes it at the goal line, maybe just in front of it. He gains 28 yards to the 28. Connors, former Oakland Raider, making the tackle. And it's 1st and 10. Gardner now fully rested. We'll go to him off tackle right side. He'll pick up 5 yards before Willie Brown making the tackle, or as Bill King famously referred to him in Super Bowl 11, Old Man Willie! He's going all the way! 2nd and 5. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. Trap left Charlie Gardner. Bill King's a very interesting study. I read his book. And Gardner is loose. He is into San Francisco territory, a gain of 19. He did the Oakland A's, Oakland Raiders, and Golden State Warriors game. Once got kicked out of the game for yelling an obscenity at an NBA referee. And he was probably the only radio announcer ever to be ejected from an NBA game, or any game for that matter, in the major professional leagues of North America. Trap right, Charlie Gardner. One of his broadcast colleagues, who is a commentator for the A's, Ken Korash or Kosash or something like that, he did a book on him, and I read it on Kindle a few years ago. 2nd and 5, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It's 10-7 in San Francisco, each team with all 3 timeouts and their challenge left. And Vegas will have to quicken the pace here a little bit. 2nd and 6, cross to Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders. That is incomplete. And Carr is now 4 of 9. They're doing well when they run, but not so good when they throw. 3rd and 6 will go Davis on the cross to tight end 85. Watch him. That is a throw to Sanders, but they only gain 4 yards. 4th and 2 at the 40 with 1:47 left. I do not want to bring Tucker in to try a 57-yard field goal, because if I miss, we're going to give Frisco a lot of time. We'll run the clock down to 1:08 and call time there. We'll try a coffin corner punt and bring in Babe Perilli. He might be able to pull it off, and it's a nice punt. Out of bounds at the 11. It went 29 yards, but that's what we needed in that instance. So San Francisco with the ball, 1st and 10 with an even minute to go at their own 11. Be interesting to see what tack they take here. It's a throw to McElhenney. He gains 6, and I'm not calling timeout. Neither is Frisco, so we might be closing in on the end of the first half. 2nd and 4 to 17. It is Gore picking up 7 yards, and that might do it for the first half, and it will. Your score at halftime, and Vegas will get the ball to start quarter number 3. It's San Francisco 10 and Las Vegas 7. And we will take a 15-second pause, and I'll be back right after this. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. Oh, I'm on. I'm sorry, folks. A warm day for a change here in sunny Florida, where it's supposed to be warm. It was well over 80 degrees today, this February 17th of 2022. Hope you're enjoying the game. Hope you enjoyed the Big Pauly's Fight Night that I put up prior to this game. We had a couple of flyweight bouts and had a couple of champions in the Big Pauly's Boxing Association crowned. And we should be doing another episode probably Saturday or Sunday. It'll depend on my schedule over the weekend. Tomorrow, Friday, the 18th, if you're seeing this Thursday, the 17th, we'll have the Pro Wrestling Tour, and we will cap the 7th week of the HTFL. 11 to go after this, and we'll have a recap of the games we didn't show you this week on the HTFL. And with that in mind, let's get back to our game. It's 10-7, San Francisco leading, but Vegas gets it to start the second half. San Francisco ran 27 plays, got 172 yards. Vegas 25 plays for $111. See if there was anything notable in the stats. Garner's having a good game, 11 carries, 67 yards. But when I coach the home team, they seem as if any running back could have a good game. Gore, 7 for 48, 3 for 25, rushing and receiving, respectively. So let's get it started. It is Gafford back deep. I just want to be sure I'm recording. I am. And let's go. Which is a fun podcast to listen to, by the way. Let's go. Jim Gray had Tom Brady and Larry Fitzgerald on during the season, and they had some brilliant takes as the season progressed. Of course, Tom Brady retiring this season, we think. And we'll go to Gardner, Charlie Gardner, off tackle right side, and he will pick up a good chunk of yards, 9. Willie Brown on the tackle. And it's 2nd and 1, and this would be a good time to go deep. Play action bomb to Lavernius Coles. See if we can get something fortunate. We do not.
Offsides. Defense. Number 86, 5-yard penalty.
We do pick up the first down. And that'll make it first and 10 at the, where are we? 34-yard line. Probably go and watch the duel at Daytona after I am done here. Off tackle right, Charlie Gardner. And that's a pickup of 2. Hardman on the tackle. See how the field sets for the Daytona 500 on Sunday. And with a 2nd and 8, the ball is at the 36. We'll go 3 wide, bringing Emmanuel Sanders in, but we're going to go Davis on the medium hitch. Is he open? He is. That's a first down. Pickup of 13. Ball is at the 49 of Vegas, so they got 51 yards left to get. We're going to go Colmer. Sweep left on 1st and 10. Double tight end set. And Colmer bounces off some defenders, heads to the sidelines, picks up 2. 2nd and 8 at the 49 of Frisco. Hope you can't hear my stomach growling. I had some chili before I did this game. And here's Garner. Pickup of 3 yards. Lott making the tackle. Chili on top of saltine crackers. Gain of 3. Lott on the tackle. I think I might have said that. 3rd and 5. I'll just say it again to be sure. We'll go Cruz. A short cross. He had a big game last week. And he's got a catch here. Pickup of 8. That is his 2nd catch of the day. He's at 21 yards right now. Back to the double tight end set. We're going to stretch here. Stretch. And go to Gardner. Those linemen on the left side will pull. And they will help Gardner pick up 1 yard. Willie Brown saw through it. Made a tackle before Gardner could gain all that much. We'll go back to Colmer. Sweep left on 2nd and 9. Oh, he stopped behind the line. That's a 4-yard loss. Willis making a great tackle, the middle linebacker out of Mississippi. Ole Miss. And it's 3rd and 13 at the 40. We have 9:39 left. This will be the 10th play of the drive. I didn't think they held the ball that long. Cross to Sanders. And it'll be decision time if they don't make the catch, but they do, but it's short of the first. It'll be 4th and 2 at the 29. We'll kick the field goal. 63% chance Tucker hits this, but he already missed one from a reasonable distance. The kick is from 46 yards, and we have a tie game. 10-10 with 8:11 left to go. I'll remind everybody that in the HTFL, we use the old school overtime rules. Sudden death, first team to score wins. That's it. We don't do the, if the first team gets a touchdown, they win the game, but if they kick a field goal, the game continues. I'd like to see Action PC Football have a system where each team gets a possession, but absent that, I will use the sudden death system that the NFL used to have. And Abe Woodson is back deep. And that's going to be a touchback. As Tucker booted that to Pahrump, Nevada. 1st and 10 at the 20. Who did his radio show from Pahrump? Anybody know? Gain of 7. McElhenney on the tackle. McElhenney on the run. Bob St. Clair gave the blocking, and Harvey made the tackle. 2nd and 3 at the 27. There was a nationally syndicated talk show host who did his radio broadcast from Pahrump and could be heard a lot of places all over the world, in fact. Gain of 26, and Young threw to Parks. I want to call him Gordon Parks, but it's Dave Parks. I think Gordon Parks played soccer. And they're already in the Vegas territory. I'll give you the answer after this play. 1st and 10 at the 47. He wasn't a political talk show host, but he was on at a certain time of day where you could talk about anything you really wanted to. Gain of 9 for Frank Gore, and of course I am talking about the man who used the Giorgio Moroder Midnight Express theme as his theme music, Art Bell, the late great Art Bell. 2nd and a yard at the 38. Throw to Williamson on the stop, and San Francisco on the move. They're at the Vegas 22 with 5:46 left to go. 5th play of the drive as San Francisco quickly moving the ball. Gain of 3, McElhenney on the tackle. Bruiser Kennard on the tackle for Vegas. As my cat Ellie has come to see me. 2nd and 7 at the 19. So if I get the giggles, you know why. Kittle on that catch. Goldson on the tackle. That play gained 11 yards. And it's 1st and goal at the 8. Ellie has now been with me over a month. And it was a very fast-moving month. Glad to have her. 1st and goal at the 8. McElhenney, no gain. Eisenhower on the stop for Vegas. And it's now a 2nd and goal at the 8. And we have a fumble on that play. Young picked it up. And the ball is marked at the 8. So in total, there was no gain. 3rd and goal at the 8. Vegas putting up a valiant stand here on the goal line. But can they keep it up? And the answer is yes. Gore gains 6 to get it to the 2. And they'll bring in Janikowski from 20 yards to try a field goal. Watch for a fake here, but I'm not going to watch for a fake because the AI very rarely does a fake.
Offsides, defense.
And Antoine was offsides on the field goal attempt. It will be declined. Field goal will count, and it's 13-10 with 1:18 left to go in the game. Hey, baby. Hey, Ellie. Where are you exactly? Oh, you're over here. Okay. Well, the sun's going down, and I can't see you all that well, so I want to make sure I'm petting the right end of you. Okay. Gafford, Guerin, and Davis back deep. She is playing with a mouse, and that'll be a touchback. And it's 1st and 10. Vegas at their own 20. Of course, we also use the old school rules when it comes to the placement of the ball for extra points. For touchbacks, we bring the ball out to the 20. None of this 25-yard line business. And Garner, 4 more yards. He's closing in on 100, 16 carries, and 85 yards. We'll go double tight. We'll bring Colmer in. Try a sweep to the left side as Ellie is chasing after her mouse. A gain of 5. I bought a mouse today, but it's for my computer. It's an ergomatic mouse pad. You know what they call it that keeps your wrist from cramping up. And is it ergomatic or ergomic or something like that? Well, anyway, we reached the end of the 3rd quarter. It is 13-10. See, I'm not all-knowing. 13-10 San Francisco. They have run 36 plays for 250 yards, and they have the only turnover of the game on the first play. I did not want to do that. And Vegas 36 plays, 166 yards, so they have been kept in check. We're going to sneak it with Carr on 3rd and 1, just for a change of pace. And Carr, did he get it? He got it. Brown on the tackle, a 1st down. We will pitch it to Gardner 1st and 10 from the 30. We've had success running the ball. We've run it 25 times for 104 yards. We've only put it up 13 times. That's a gain of 7. And as a team, Vegas is 25 for 104. So on 2nd and 3, this might be a good time for play action. Play action to Cole's medium pass on 2nd and 3. See if we can get him to bite. No, it's overthrown and incompletion. As Ellie has left the mouse for me. So I'm going to put it back in play behind me. 3rd and 3. 3 wide. So we bring Sanders in. We're going to move the tight end over to the left side. And we'll go Davis. Should get a mismatch here at the tight end position, but a bad snap. No, I beg your pardon. It was Carr went back to pass, and nobody blocked Leo Namolini. So that's a 3-yard loss, and Vegas will have to punt down 3. Pirelli to punt it away. Taylor back deep for San Francisco. John Taylor, I believe. And a nice return for Taylor, 12 yards. The punt went 47, so it was a 35-yard net. Ball to 31 for Frisco. They have a 3-point lead looking to build on it. 12:32 now left in regulation. It's Young. We have a marker down.
Holding. Offense. Number 78. 10-yard penalty.
It's Shell. Art Shell gets called for holding. Backs Frisco up 10. 1st and 20 now at the 21. Vegas looking for a stop here in the worst way, or to hold San Francisco to a field goal. Incomplete pass. Young was looking for Hugh McElhenney there. Nice Irish name. Second and 20 at the 21. And it's Young. And that is a throw to... No, it wasn't a throw to anybody. He ran with the ball. Kennard making the tackle. Bruiser Kennard after a 5-yard gain. Let's see what Young is up to. I have to pull up the stats here. He has had 3 carries for 37 yards. But he's not having a good day throwing at 13 out of 20. Actually, he is having a good day. 143 yards and has thrown 1 pick. 3rd and 15. It's a throw. It's a completion and a first down. For Parks, we will challenge, with the odds being more than 50-50, we'll get it overturned.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down.
There you go.
No timeout will be charged.
Okay, so the challenge successful for Vegas. They have none left. San Francisco still has theirs. I'll watch for a fake here. 4th and inches, you gotta. And let's see, I'll go for a fair catch. We're going to be inside our own 15. Actually, inside our own 10. Taylor, different Taylor, caught that. Actually, he ran with it, which would be a penalty. 3-yard return, 50-yard punt, a 47-yard net. So I shake Ellie's paw. And see, I have to multitask when I do these games. First and 10 at the 12. Double tight end set. And we'll go Gardner. Trap to the right. He's at 93 yards on the day. Now he's at 94 after a gain of 1. Hardman making the tackle. 2nd and 9. We'll go Cruz, short cross. Get that passing game going, which has been stagnant. Gain of 3 to Gardner. Carr has only had 73 passing yards. He's 9 out of 15. 3rd and 6, so we'll have to do something here. We'll go Gardner. 50-50 chance he catches this screen, which he does. Does he get the first? He does. Gain of 10, a little burst of speed there. Grayson made the tackle for San Francisco. We're down to 9:42 left. In regulation, it's a 1st and 10 for Vegas. Off tackle left, Charlie Gardner. And he will pick up 6, and there is his 100 yards. Exactly. He gets the applause from the fans. We'll go Colmer, trap right. But San Francisco playing short and tight. We're going to go medium fly to Lavernius Coles. Try to catch Frisco napping. And he's open. Nice catch. Pick up a 16. And we're down to 8:14 now left in regulation time. It is 13-10 Gold Raiders. Trap right Gardner. Ball at the 48. Now in San Francisco territory. As Gardner picked up 9 there to go to 109 yards on the day. And again, a very tempting situation here for Vegas to go deep, and that's exactly what I'm going to try again. We'll go Coles on a play-action bomb, 2nd and a yard. Can anybody get open? No, it's dropped. It went right through his hands. And it's 3rd and a yard at the 43. Got to consider this a 4-down situation for Vegas, even though there is still plenty of time. 6:39. We'll see how I feel after this dive by Gardner. Get the first down and make it easy, and he does. It's going to be a challenge, though.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. A timeout will be charged.
Okay, so the Gold Raiders challenged the spot of the ball. They did not get their challenge upheld. They lose a timeout, and they lose their challenge for the remainder of the game. 1st and 10 at the 42. Go to our base formation. Do we do a jet sweep here with Coles? Why not? And Coles is going to pick up yardage on the end around. A pickup of 8. Wilcox on the stop. 2nd and 2. We'll go Colmer on a dive. And that's a pickup of enough for the first. He picked up 2. 5:34 left. If you're Vegas, do you want to milk the clock here, or do you want to score as quick as possible? Gardner is fatiguing a little bit. He's down to 86%, so a few more carries, and he'll have to come out for a bit. Gardner gets the carry, and he will pick up another 8 yards. 118 on the game for Gardner. 2nd and 2 now. We'll stay in our base formation. We're going to keep trying to go for the end zone here. We'll go to Cruz, play action long pass from the 24. There's the throw and incompletion. 4:39 left. This is the 13th play of the drive, which has taken up 6:43. Delvin Williams has entered the game at the running back position. We go full house. Gardner comes in. So we'll go 3 wide, and we'll look to Coles on the short crossing route. San Francisco playing short and tight. We'll go Cruz on a medium fly and hope it works. It's thrown underneath to Gardner.
Defense.
Would have been a first down anyway.
5-yard penalty.
We'll accept the penalty because it's 5 yards compared to the 4 Gardner picked up. And it's 1st and 10 now at the 19. We'll give it to Delvin Williams. Trapped to the right side. 4:31 left. Almost an all-in situation here in poker terms for Vegas. Well, that's kind of appropriate. But Williams was stuffed at the line by Willie Brown. 2nd and 10 at the 19. We're down to 4:23. And we're going to, let's see here. We're going to pitch it to Williams. We're going to try that again. And Williams this time picking up 4. Hart made the tackle. Hart is now playing defensive end. Tommy Hart out of Morris Brown. 3rd and 6. 3:37 left to go. And we're not going to call time. We're going to go Davis crossing route. 3rd and 6 to tight end. Himself a 49er. Marker down.
Pass interference.
And
defense.
Vegas with some
Number
extra
37. Automatic first down.
downs to look at as Jimmy Johnson was called for pass interference. 2:57 left. This will be the 16th play of the drive. It's at the 7-yard line now of San Francisco. And we'll go Colmer. Off tackle, right side. And Colmer has it, gets back to the line, and that is it. 18th play of the drive coming up now. The drive has taken up 81 yards and 8.5 minutes off the clock. So Vegas is pretty much all in right now. I said that before. I'll say it again. We'll sweep it left with Delvin Williams on the 2nd down play. He's got a touchdown, and Vegas takes the lead. 18 plays, 88 yards, 9 minutes and 2 seconds. And San Francisco's going to have to get a touchdown to win the game. We think. The extra point has to go through first. Tucker puts it through. 17-13 with 2:20 to go. And the Vegas fans are ecstatic. Woodson, who is a kick return specialist, is back. We'll kick it at an angle. On this HTFL channel, we have seen Abe Woodson return a kick for a touchdown before. He did it against Denver last year. And Vegas is now going to have to look at some changes for San Francisco. Roger Craig comes in as a running back. He is a dual threat, can run, can catch passes. Cliff Branch, who in real life just made the Pro Football Hall of Fame posthumously, he'll be inducted in August, comes into the game. Fred Biletnikoff also coming into the game. So let's set your wide receivers. Branch is 21. Wilson is 84. Parks is 83, and Biletnikoff out of Florida State is 25. 1st and 10 at the 33. High drama here in Vegas, and Young will run. Pickup of 2 before Bruiser Kennard gets to him. We are at the 2-minute warning. It's 17-13, Vegas leading in what I would call a surprise, but don't say that to the Vegas fans. 2nd and 8 at the 35. The pitch to Craig. Craig will motor 15 yards to the 50. And will San Francisco call time? Yes, they do. They have 1 left. And remember, they need a touchdown to win. A field goal puts them 1 back. 1st and 10 at the 50. It's Young handing off to Craig. Stuffed at the line by Kennard. And San Francisco, yes, they call their last timeout. You always want to keep one in the tank, but the AI for Frisco saying, we'll use it now. 2nd and 10, the ball on the HTFL logo at the 50. It's a screen to Craig, but he overthrew him, and that's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10, ball at the 50 still. What a surprise this would be. Vegas beating San Francisco, although they are playing them at home. 3rd and 10 from the 50. Young will throw deep, but it was batted by Harvey. It was intended for Craig, so he wasn't going deep, but it was a pass of some distance to it. Okay, here we go. It's 4th and 10 at the 50. San Francisco with no timeouts left, so this is it for them. Young will run. He's got to get to the marker. He does. Past the 30. Clutch run by Steve Young of 23 yards. The clock will run. 1:06 to go. 4 wides in the game for San Francisco. And Young spikes it with 48 seconds left to go in the game. Ball is at the Vegas 27. 2nd and 10. See if Frisco could pull this out. The throw was for Cliff Branch, but incomplete. Griffin dived for it, nearly had a pick there. 3rd and 10 at the 27, 45 seconds to go. Young's running again, 10-5. He is down at the 1. A 26-yard gain, but now do they have enough time for one more play? They're at the 1-yard line, 28 seconds. Let's see what happens. We'll be ready for anything. He spikes it with 16 seconds to go, so they have time for maybe 3 plays. Probably more than likely 2, but if a play winds up in bounds, they do not have enough time to spike the ball again. Kind of like that situation Dallas was in recently against San Francisco in the 2021-22 playoffs. So it's 2nd and goal at the 1. 16 seconds to go. 11th play of the drive already. And Young will take the snap out of the shotgun. He throws incomplete. Looking for Parks. 13 seconds left. High drama here at Allegiant Stadium. 3rd and goal at the 1. The defense being exhorted by the hometown fans. Young will probably have to throw here on 3rd and goal from the 1. He throws. Gore has it. Touchdown, Gold Raiders. Frank Gore with the catch, and he saves the Gold Raiders bacon here in Vegas with 10 seconds to go. Janikowski with the point after. It's 20-17. Gafford back deep, and Vegas needs a miracle now. And it's taken by Garen Colsey. Neil Colsey made the tackle, who I once met at Largo Middle School, and he winds up making the last tackle of the game. Clock expires. San Francisco has pulled it out 20-17 on a Frank Gore touchdown with 10 seconds left to go. That was a close one, obviously. And Young gets the MVP of the game. Made some great runs on that final drive. And the throw to Gore was with 10 seconds left. Las Vegas had just taken the lead with 2:20 left, so a great drive for the Gold Raiders. And they will move now to 6-1, and Vegas will fall to 5-2. Each team was perfect in the red zone, though Frisco kicked 2 field goals. 337 yards for Frisco, 246 for Vegas. Vegas held the ball 34-34. They ran the ball 36 times, only put it up 19 for 55 plays, and San Francisco had 51. First downs were even, 18-18, just to show you how close of a game it was. Young did not have the best throwing efforts. It was Carr, 11 for 19, 99 yards. He had the better throwing rating. But Young had 6 carries for 88 yards, including a couple of clutch runs to keep that drive going. Garner was the leading rusher, though, 22 for 118. Parks, 5 catches for 71, and he led everybody in terms of yardage. And as always, I'll look at the leading defender, who was, in this game, Willie Brown of the Gold Raiders with 8. So your final 20-17 in a thriller, the San Francisco Gold Raiders over the Las Vegas Ironmen. What a game that turned out to be. What a football game this turned out to be. So we will be back with you tomorrow, Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise, for our Monday night game on a Friday. New England playing on the road against Pittsburgh. The line for that game, according to my little cheat sheet here, is even, and we will go through the games we did not televise in week number 7, and we will pick the games we will do next week, week number 8, the week after the Daytona 500, the last week of February. Well, actually, the last full week of February, and then we march into March with week number 9, and we get to the halfway point of the season. So this has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you well. We had a great game tonight. Make up for the game we had yesterday with Houston and Atlanta. Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.